Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about argument of a complex number. If a point P A comma B represent complex number Z, then the angle that line OP makes with real axis taken in anti-clockwise direction is known as argument or amplitude of Z, which is denoted by argument of Z or theta. Let Z is equal to A plus IB. Then point A comma B is the point. A comma B is the point of this complex number. Now let us plot this point on the argand plane. Take an argand plane. This is an argand plane. Here we are taken x-axis as real axis and y-axis as imaginary axis. Plot this point on the complex plane. Here both real part and imaginary part are positive. So it must be in the first quadrant. Real axis is positive real axis and imaginary number is taken in positive imaginary axis. So the point A comma B should be in the first quadrant. Now let us join this line OP. Now join this line OP. Angle made by this line OP with the positive real axis in anti-clockwise direction. This is called anti-clockwise direction. Is called an argument theta. Understood? This line OP, the angle made by this line OP with the positive real axis in anti-clockwise direction is called an angle theta. Here, the length of OP is the modulus of the complex number. We already know about this, what is modulus of a complex number. Now, let us observe the diagram. If you draw a perpendicular from P to real axis, this is a perpendicular line drawn from P to real axis. Now, this makes the right angle triangle. It is a right angle triangle. So, this theta is an acute angle. To find the acute angle, we can use trigonometric ratios. Understood? In your previous classes, we already know that to find any acute angle, you can use trigonometric ratios. Let us observe, we are having B and A. By using these two sides, which ratio we have to use? Theta. This is opposite side and this is adjacent side. So, we should use tan theta. Now, to find this angle, we are using the trigonometric ratio tan theta. Tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. That is equal to opposite side is B and adjacent side is A. So, B by A, which is equal to imaginary Z by real Z. Since in our complex number Z equal to A plus IB, A makes the real part and B makes the imaginary part. So, A is called real Z and B is called imaginary Z. So, tan theta, you may represent tan theta equal to imaginary Z by real Z. In this case, the argument theta lies between 0 to 2 pi. This argument theta lies between 0 and 2 pi. Here I have taken different complex numbers in different quadrants and let us see the value of theta. Let us consider Z is equal to A plus IB. The point is A comma B. Here both the real part and imaginary part are positive. So take positive real axis and positive imaginary axis. So the point A comma B should be lies in the first quadrant. Join OP. Now the angle by this line OP with the positive real axis in anti-clockwise direction. In this anti-clockwise direction is called argument theta. Now consider z is equal to minus a plus ib. The point is minus a comma b. Here real part is negative and imaginary part is positive. So take a negative real axis and positive imaginary axis. Now the point minus a comma b somewhere in the second quadrant. Join OQ line. This now the angle made by this line OQ with the positive real axis is known as the argument theta. In this case, the theta is this one. Now consider z is equal to minus a minus ib. The point is minus a comma minus b. Here both real and imaginary parts are negative. So take negative real axis and negative imaginary axis. So the point minus a comma minus b should be lies in the third quadrant. Let us consider the point minus a comma minus b somewhere in the third quadrant. Join OR line. Now angle made by the OR line with the positive real axis in anti-clockwise direction. This is an anti-clockwise direction is called an argument theta. Now let us consider z is equal to a minus ib. The point is a comma minus b. This point here, yeah, a real part is positive and imaginary part is negative. So take a positive real axis and negative imaginary axis. Since a comma minus b lies in the fourth quadrant, let us consider this point is somewhere in the fourth quadrant. Join OS line. The angle made by this OS line with the positive real axis is called in anti-clockwise direction. In anti-clockwise direction is called an argument theta. Here we can say the theta value ranges from 0 to 2 pi. After the interval 2 pi, the theta values may be repeated. So the theta may have many values, but in the case of argument of a complex number, we are interested in finding one value for each quadrant. That means unique value for each quadrant. So we will try to get a unique answer for argument. We are going to introduce principal argument of a complex number. This principal argument ranges from minus pi to pi. That means in this principal argument says that theta value lies between minus pi and pi. Since we want to get unique theta value, so we introduced principal argument. For this purpose, let us see what changes we have to make in the argument of the complex number. See the first diagram. See the first diagram. Here, theta, here we can say that theta value in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, the theta value lies from 0 to pi by 2. So, it satisfies, that means the theta value is in this range only. In this range only. Now, let us check the second diagram. Now, let us check the second diagram. Here theta value in the second quadrant. Here theta value is in the second quadrant. And so theta value is more than 90 degrees. Here the theta value is in the second quadrant. So the theta value is more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So in this case also theta value ranges from minus pi to pi only. Whereas In the third diagram, let us check the complex number is in the third quadrant. So theta value is more than 180 degrees, is more than 180 degrees. It crosses the range minus pi to pi. So in this particular case, theta value is wrong. So we have to find theta value in different direction. Instead of taking anti-clockwise direction, you may consider this theta in clockwise direction. Let us see this diagram. Here we can take this theta in the clockwise direction. So in this, that means instead of anti-clockwise direction, we may take clockwise direction also. Since the angle may be taken in anti-clockwise direction as well as in clockwise direction. If take anti-clockwise direction, then the angle is considered as positive angle. Whereas if you take the argument or angle in a clockwise direction, then it can be considered as negative angle. It can be considered as negative angle. Now theta value is not more than 180. Let us observe this is 90. This is 90 and this is less than 180. Now in this case, if you take theta in clockwise direction, in this case theta is not more than 180 degrees. So now theta value is follows in this range only. Now theta value is in this range only. So, but this theta is measured as a negative angle. Let us see fourth diagram. Here, the theta value lies in the fourth quadrant. Since the complex number lies in the fourth quadrant, the theta value lies in the fourth quadrant only. Now, the theta value is more than 180 degrees. This is also not follows the range minus pi to pi. So, in this case also, we can consider the theta in clockwise direction. This is less than 180 degrees. So, here the angle is measured as a negative angle. This is about principal argument. By using principal argument, we may find out the unique argument of a complex number. Steps to find argument of a complex number. Let us see how to calculate the argument of a complex number if the complex number lies in four quadrants. The first one, if the complex number lies in first quadrants. Let us take z is equal to a plus ib. Then point a comma b lies in the first quadrant. Here is the point in the first quadrant. Now join origin and this point. Now this OP line makes an angle theta with the positive real axis. That means theta is the argument made by the OP and real axis in anti-clockwise direction. Now draw a perpendicular from P to real axis. Now it forms a right angle triangle. So this is an acute angle for the right angle triangle. Let alpha be the acute angle for the right angle triangle. Here the argument theta and alpha both are same. So we can calculate alpha to find the argument of a complex number. Tan alpha, since you know B and opposite side and adjacent side, it is easy to know the tan alpha. So tan alpha equal to opposite side by adjacent side. We already know in your previous classes what is the ratio of the tan alpha. Tan alpha equal to modulus of B by A. Opposite side is B and adjacent side is A. So tan alpha equal to B by A. So alpha equal to tan inverse of B by A. Since here argument theta and alpha both are same, theta is equal to tan inverse of b by a, modulus b by a. Modulus means what? It converts a negative value also positive. It converts the negative value also into positive. So in first quadrant, the argument of a complex number is theta equal to alpha. Now let us see, consider second quadrant. That means z equal to minus a plus ib. Here it is the complex number. The point is minus a comma b. Since real part is negative and imaginary part is positive, this point lies in the second quadrant. Here the point lies in the second quadrant. Now join OQ line. The angle made by the line OQ with the positive real axis. The positive real axis. This is positive real axis and this is negative real axis. With the angle made by the line OQ with positive real axis is called argument. In anti-clockwise direction is called argument. So here theta is called the argument of the complex number. Now draw a perpendicular from Q to negative real axis. Now this forms this right angle triangle. Here alpha be the acute angle. Here alpha be the acute angle. To find the argument of the complex number theta, to find the theta value, you should find the alpha value by using the trigonometric ratio. So tan alpha equal to modulus of b by a minus a. Here opposite side is b and adjacent is minus a. Therefore alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus of b by a. Since modulus converts the negative into positive, you can simply write tan inverse of b by a. Therefore here alpha value to, here we have to find out the theta value. First you should find alpha. To find the argument, that means theta value, simply you should subtract alpha from pi total. To find this angle, you should subtract alpha from pi. So theta equal to pi minus alpha in the second quadrant. Let us see the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, the complex number z is equal to minus a minus ib. Here the point is minus a comma minus b. Both real part and imaginary part are negative. So this we have to take negative real axis and negative imaginary axis. So the point minus a comma minus b lies in the third quadrant. Now join OR. The angle made by this line with positive real axis. The angle made by this line with positive real axis is called argument theta. Here we are taking clockwise direction. So the theta will be negative. Theta will be negative. So to find the theta, first draw a perpendicular from R. Now it makes the right angle triangle. In this right angle triangle, this is called acute angle alpha. Let us consider the acute angle alpha. To find this argument, you should find the value of alpha. You can find acute angle using trigonometric ratios. Alpha is equal to tan alpha equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Here the opposite side is minus b and adjacent side is minus a. So tan alpha equal to minus b by minus a. Alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus of b by a. Since we are taking modulus, it converts the negative into positive. So here alpha equal to tan inverse of b by a. Since we have to find the argument theta in clockwise direction, it takes negative angle. It takes negative angle. Here we are taking in clockwise direction. So angle will be negative. Theta will be negative. How to get the theta value? This is the of rotation. So pi, this value, the angle of this is pi. So subtract alpha from pi. So you will get theta. Theta equal to minus of pi minus alpha. Therefore theta equal to minus pi plus minus of minus gives plus alpha. So in the third quadrant, theta equal to minus pi plus alpha. Remember this, theta equal to minus pi plus alpha. If the complex number lies in the third quadrant, then the argument of z equal to minus pi plus alpha. Theta is also known as the argument of z. Argument of z. So argument of z is equal to minus pi plus alpha. Let us see fourth quadrant. Let us see fourth quadrant. Z equal to a minus ib. Now the point a comma minus ib. What is the point for this complex number? A comma minus b. Here real part is positive and imaginary part is negative. So this point lies in the fourth quadrant. Here real part is positive and imaginary part is negative. So this lies in the fourth quadrant. Now join OS and draw a perpendicular from S to real axis. Now this forms a right angle triangle. Here we are taking theta, argument theta in negative clockwise direction. Let us see. The OS, the angle made by the line OS with positive real axis is called argument. That means angle made by the line OS with positive real axis in clockwise direction. Here we are taking clockwise direction. So here the argument is negative. Now consider this right angle triangle. The acute angle is alpha. Here alpha is equal to minus theta. That means theta is equal to minus alpha also. So here to find the theta value, first you should find the alpha. Tan alpha equal to modulus of minus b by a. This is opposite side and this is adjacent side. So alpha equal to tan inverse of b by a. Now here it is the argument is calculated in clockwise direction, so it is negative. So theta equal to minus alpha. So in fourth quadrant, theta equal to minus alpha. To find the argument of any complex number, simply remember this table and the formula for the alpha. If the complex number lies in the first quadrant, the argument is theta equal to alpha. The argument theta equal to alpha. If the complex number lies in second quadrant, then the argument theta equal to pi minus alpha. If the complex number lies in the third quadrant, then the argument theta equal to minus pi plus alpha. If the complex number lies in fourth quadrant, then theta equal to minus alpha. Here alpha is tan inverse of modulus of b by a. Alpha equal to tan inverse modulus of b by a. Modulus means what? It converts a negative value into positive. Let us see this diagram. If the complex number is in the first quadrant, then theta equal to alpha. If the complex number in second quadrant, then theta equal to pi minus alpha. And if the complex number lies in third quadrant, then theta equal to minus pi plus alpha. And if complex number lies in fourth quadrant, then theta equal to minus alpha. Simply you should remember this table and the formula of alpha to find the argument of any complex number. Let us see some examples. First example, z equal to root 3 plus I. Here a equal to root 3, that means a means what? Real part. Real part is root 3 and imaginary part b is 1. Both are positive. So the point root 3 comma 1 lies in the first quadrant. In first quadrant, what is the argument of z? Theta equal to alpha. Argument of z is theta equal to alpha. We know that what is alpha? Alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus of b by a. Here that implies alpha equal to tan inverse of b is 1 and a is root 3. So 1 by root 3, modulus of 1 by root 3. alpha equal to tan inverse of tan pi by 6. We know that some specific angles for trigonometric ratios. In that tan pi by 6 gives 1 by root 3. So alpha equal to tan inverse of tan pi by 6. In your trigonometric ratios, we know that tan inverse of tan pi by 6 gives pi by 6. Therefore, alpha equal to pi by 6. Now, theta equal to pi by 6. Since in the first quadrant, theta equal to alpha, therefore, theta equal to pi by 6. Hence, the argument of z is equal to theta is equal to pi by 6. We can write argument of z as theta. Let us take second example, z equal to minus root 3 plus I. Here, real part is negative and imaginary part is positive. So, a equal to minus root 3 and b equal to 1. Since real part is negative and imaginary part is positive, this point minus root 3 comma 1 lies in second quadrant. In second quadrant, we know that argument theta equal to pi minus alpha. And we know that alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus b by a. Here b is equal to 1 and a equal to minus root 3. And modulus makes negative value into positive. So alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus 1 by minus root 3 implies that alpha equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3. That is implies alpha equal to tan inverse of tan pi by 6. The value of tan pi by 6 is 1 by root 3. So instead of writing 1 by root 3, you can write tan pi by 6. Now alpha equal to pi by 6. In your trigonometric classes, we know that tan inverse of tan pi by 6 is equal to pi by 6. Therefore, pi alpha equal to pi by 6. In the second quadrant, we know that argument of z theta is equal to pi minus alpha. So pi minus pi by 6, which gives 5 pi by 6. Pi minus pi by 6 gives 6 pi minus pi by 6. So pi by 6. Next example, z is equal to minus root 3 minus I. Here the point A, that means real part A equal to minus 3 and imaginary part B equal to minus 1. So point minus root 3 comma minus 1 lies in third quadrant. So in the third quadrant, the argument theta is equal to minus pi plus alpha. To find the, if you find the alpha value, then it is able to find argument theta. First find the value of alpha. We know that alpha equal to tan inverse b by a. So alpha equal to tan inverse of b means minus 1 and a equal to minus root 3. Therefore alpha equal to tan inverse of minus modulus of minus 1 by minus root 3. Modulus makes the negative value into positive value. So alpha equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3. That implies alpha equal to tan inverse of tan pi by 6. Again, tan inverse of tan pi by 6 gives pi by 6. In the third quadrant, argument theta equal to minus pi plus alpha. So, minus pi plus pi by 6 gives theta equal to minus 5 pi by 6. Then fourth example, z equal to root 3 minus I. That means here the real part is positive and imaginary part is negative. The point root 3 comma minus 1 lies in the fourth quadrant. Therefore, in the fourth quadrant, we know that argument theta equal to minus alpha. In the fourth quadrant, what you know? Argument theta is equal to minus alpha. To find the alpha, we know that alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus b by a. That implies alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus minus 1 by root 3. Here b value is minus 1 and a value is root 3. So tan inverse of modulus minus 1 by root 3. Again the modulus makes the negative value into positive. Therefore alpha equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3. Instead of 1 by root 3 we can write tan pi by 6. So alpha equal to tan inverse of tan pi by 6. That implies alpha equal to tan inverse of tan pi by 6. That means tan inverse of tan pi by 6 gives pi by 6. Therefore alpha equal to pi by 6. In fourth quadrant we know that argument theta equal to minus alpha. Therefore theta equal to minus pi by 6. In this manner you can find argument of any complex number in four quadrants. Here, to find the argument of any complex number, first we have to calculate alpha, and then according to the quadrant in which the complex number lies, we can find theta value. This is about argument of a complex number. Thank you.